Hi guys. Okay, so my name is Shayla Poyer. I am a 25-year-old mother of two beautiful girls. One is 3.5, and her name is Ava, and one is 4.5, and her name is Emerson. Um, Ava is my biological daughter, and Emerson is my stepdaughter. So I just want to clear that up a little bit before I jump into my story. So this is basically my story telling you guys of what my life was before and how my life is now, and all of the little nitty gritty details in between. So, like I said, I'm 25 years old. I reside in Surrey, BC. I currently live with both my daughters and my boyfriend, Jeremy. So, you guys will hear about him later in my story and about how amazing he is and how amazing he has been through this whole entire journey before and after. So, when I grew up, I am second oldest of 7 kids. Yes, I said 7. My mom is a rock star. Second oldest of 7 kids. We grew up in a very loving home, very busy. But we took a little bit of a crumble. We ended up being separated into foster care for most of our childhood. My brother and my sister more in particularly. And it was hard on us. I luckily got to live with my aunt and my uncle through most of that time. At 17, I was out on my own. I lived by myself basically right when I got out of high school, because I didn't want to being a teenager living underneath someone else's rules, which I'm sure a lot of you know. And I just wanted the independence. So I did that. I ended up enrolling myself into John Casablancas for their Body Spa Aesthetics course. During that time, I was a assistant manager at Chopped Leaf, and I was in my party stage. I was raving a lot throughout those years. And I was not hanging around with the best crowds, I will tell you that. But I did finish school, I did get my diploma, and I worked in and out of the spa industry. At the age of 20, I ended up meeting my daughter's father, her biological father, and we were together for probably only about 2 months, and then I ended up finding out that I was pregnant. So that was a little bit of a whirlwind, because at that moment I was living with my mom, and so I found out I was pregnant. I told her dad. We talked about it a little bit, and then we ended up agreeing that if he's in it, I'm in it. If I'm in it, he's in it. So that's what we agreed on. We were going to do this together. We were making plans for the future about moving away, trying to provide the best life for her, where he was going to work, what we were going to do, all that kind of stuff. And then about 2 weeks after that, because I found out I was pregnant 4 months in, which I know is crazy. A lot of people say, "How did you not know?" And it's like I was losing weight at the time. I didn't feel sick. I basically just felt sleepy, and that was my biggest thing. And I always wanted chocolate, but I'm a chocolate lover to begin with, so I also didn't think that there was a big issue with that there. But yeah, moving on to 2 weeks after him and I had talked, he asked if I wanted to get together. We went to the beach, sat by the beach, me thinking this is gonna be like a romantic date. It ended up being him giving me an ultimatum. So about 5 months into my pregnancy, he had sat me down on the beach and basically said, "You can either have an abortion, and I promise we can better plan in the future, or you can keep the kid, and I promise you will be a single mom." So as you guys can tell, my daughter being 3.5 years old now, I decided I'm going to be a single mom. I am not against, I'm not against abortion. I'm completely pro-choice, but it has just never been something that I want to do for myself, just because it's not something that I want to do. You know what I mean? Pro-choice. So you kind of decide. So yeah, I was like, I'm not getting an abortion. So if you want to leave me, then so be it. So at that point, my mom kicked me out of my house because she also didn't want me to have this kid. I ended up moving in with my sister. Thankfully, she was a huge, huge, huge support to me since the day I found out because she was the first person I told. I moved in with her. I was working at a tanning salon at the time. Um, and I'll be honest, like, it was probably one of the hardest times of my entire life being pregnant, because I was crying every single night. I was depressed. I had anxiety. I was worried about bringing a child into this world without a father because that's never what I wanted either. And there was actually a point in my pregnancy where I had convinced myself that figuring out a way to force myself to have an abortion would be the better option, just for everybody, for my mom, for David, who is her biological father, for like myself, for my family, just for everyone's sanity. That I was convincing myself on and on that figuring out how to have a miscarriage would be the best way. So I literally Googled it probably for about 2 weeks straight and debated it in my head on how I was going to do this. And it absolutely breaks my heart now thinking about the fact that that is something that I wanted to do. And then, yeah, it was just like 9 months of absolute terror for me. Well, I guess 6 because I didn't find out until about 4 months. But it was like my pregnancy was easy, but just emotionally, I was a complete wreck. And then March 20th of 2016 at 6:45 in the morning, my water had broke, and 11:04 that same morning, Ava was born. And it was like instantly, once I held her, all of the doubt, all of the hurt, all of the pain, all of the worry, all the depression, all the anxiety, all of it just kind of went away. And it was like, I just sat there and cried because I was like, how in the world did I try to convince myself that having a miscarriage would be better for everybody? Because to this very day, she has been what's brought my entire family together stronger and better than ever. My relationship with my mom is amazing now. And it was all because of her. When initially it felt like she was the issue. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was the happiest day of my life. I never regretted a decision at all past that. But I'm not going to lie, like having her, it got a little bit harder, like financially. So 6 months into my maternity leave, I had to go back because I couldn't afford to live off the $274 a week that we were making on maternity leave to feed myself and feed her and pay for rent and pay for bills and pay for basic needs and diapers and wipes and formula because I couldn't breastfeed and all this other stuff. Like, it wasn't enough. So I ended up depending on the food bank. I would bus to the food bank at 6 o'clock in the morning to stand in line for 2 hours so that I could make sure I got in at 8 a.m. That's like where my life went to, is that I had to depend on the food bank for food and for a week's supply of diapers and for a little bit of wipes and something to feed my daughter with. It was honestly so embarrassing, and I never ever tell anyone that ever. But I feel like there are so many of you out there that have to do that, and you're ashamed of it. And don't be ashamed of it, because that makes you an amazing mother, an amazing person, is that you're willing to do those things to provide for your family. So don't ever think that that makes you a bad person. But continuing on with my story. So, yeah, going back to work was hard because, one, I couldn't afford a vehicle, so I had to take the bus everywhere. I had to start paying for daycare. So my day would basically be waking up at 6:45 to leave at 7 o'clock, or sorry, 6:15 to leave at 7 o'clock in the morning to bus for 2 hours. to get my daughter to daycare and to get me to work. I would go to work for 4 hours, and then I would leave to bus another 2 hours just to get home because it's what I needed to do to support my family. So it's what I did. Like, I give you guys props, you single moms, like, or single dads or single parents. Like, it is hard work, even with one kid. So I couldn't imagine having multiple kids as a single parent. There's just, I applaud you guys, really. So then fast forward that time to November of 2016. Ava was about 7 months old. I met Jeremy. So to be honest with you guys, there is not enough good things I can say about this man. He has been in my back corner, my rock, my support system through every single thing, every decision, every action, every mistake, every trial, every error, like every single thing that you could go through. He has been there to have my back and support me 100%, and I could not ask for anybody better. So if you're watching this, boo, thank you. But he honestly, like, he made me so happy. He still makes me happy. He, like, the way that every time I see Ava look at him, it's like, just fills my entire heart because she thinks so incredibly about this man. And he has stepped up and he has become the father to somebody that he did not have to. He stepped up and he took on that role when he did not have to do that. And it is very hard to find somebody who will love your child like you do. And if there's anybody in this world that I could say loves her just as much, if not more, which he doesn't, but if not more, is him, hands down 100%. So he also brought my stepdaughter Emerson into my life, and also Ava's sister. And that has just been a complete blessing to the both of us. She's amazing as well. She's so smart, so charismatic. And she has taken Ava's, like, her mental ability and her social ability to the next level. And she teaches her so much day in and day out. And I absolutely love seeing them together. But before I start getting emotional, fast forward almost 2 years. Now we are a blended family. As you guys heard at the beginning of my video, we live together on the border of Surrey and Langley, BC. We are in a beautiful townhome, more than enough space for our family. It's honestly, it's beautiful. It's everything we could have asked for without the backyard, but that's coming. And it's just like, I never thought I would be at this point, you know, like thinking back to where I was at the very beginning of this journey of becoming a mom, the journey of becoming a mom. Like, I never would have thought that this is where I would be in my life right now. So then we just moved in a few weeks later. I had been tagged in a girl. Her name is Jackie, one of my lovely, lovely best friends. I had been tagged in a post by her, basically with the opportunity of who wants to make an extra income from their phone. Even though Jeremy and I had moved into this beautiful house, or this beautiful townhouse, we had combined our families, we were still technically single parents at that point. We still had our own children to provide for. He was, before we moved in together, living in a basement suite. I was in a condo. We were still struggling. We didn't make hundreds and thousands of dollars a year. We were still very middle-class people. So, and I wouldn't say we were on the high end of it either. We were basically making enough to get by, to live the average lifestyle, basically. So we still struggled. We still were behind in some bills. We still, had to say no to a bunch of things. We didn't have a savings. We weren't able to go away. But we were providing the best that we could for our family. So I saw this post basically telling me about this extra income opportunity. And he had actually taken me in a few posts beforehand about her. And I was just like, no, I know about this company. Like, it's a scam. I don't want anything to do with it. I knew a girl who was in it and she was always in my face. Da 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 da. And I just had like this, um, like, what is it called? I just had this, like, this view of it that wasn't very positive. But I was just like, whatever. Like, so I would inquire to Jackie about it, about some products, and then I would ghost, and then I would inquire about a product, and then I would ghost, and then it finally came the time where I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm behind in my phone bill. I'm behind in my hydro bill. I'm behind in my cable bill. I can't pay my TV bill. I don't have money to put in the car to get to work. Like, what is going on? Something has to change. Nothing is going to change if I don't say enough is enough. So I messaged her. When I decided to join, I had $180 in my bank account to my name for the next 2 weeks. And I said, I don't care because I am going to make this work. I have taken quitting off the table and this is going to happen. So I spent $160 to get started, you guys. This left me with $20 to my name for the next 2 weeks. But I was determined to make something out of this. I had seen her success in building income of over 35 grand a month. She showed me her paychecks. She showed me like all of this other stuff. And I was like, okay, like I'm in. So I joined and it has been the absolute best decision of my entire life, other than not having a miscarriage or trying to make myself do it. So, yeah, I joined, I jumped right in, and I basically said, Shayla, you're making this work. You are not going to quit. You are not going to get down. People's opinions don't pay your bills. So what are you going to do? So I fired myself up. I said, let's do it. Conference tickets came around at that time, and it was buy a conference ticket and you will get, I think it was like 20 codes for $20 signups. And I was just like, even if I can't go to conference in Florida, I am buying this ticket and I'm getting these codes and I am running. So I bought the ticket. It came to like just over $300 Canadian, I think. Got my $20 codes. In 2 weeks, I made almost $300. So I made just under double what I paid to jump into this company. And my goal was to make an extra $250 a month to pay my bills. So I already like exceeded my goal for myself. My first paycheck was $61. I was still stoked about it. My second month, I hit Ruby. I made a $1,000 cash bonus and almost a $600 paycheck. The third month, I made an $800 paycheck plus weekly bonuses. I made almost $500 in weekly bonuses that month. And then I hit Emerald in 6 months and I averaged $1,200 a month plus weekly bonuses. So I average almost $2,000 a month from my cell phone, from changing people's lives, from sharing these incredible products with people. Not to mention, I have lost over 30 pounds using these products, like, and inconsistently, but these products are amazing, you guys. Like, we don't build a team off of air. We build a team off of people who believe in the products that we use. We share these products. You know what I mean? So not only do I believe in the income aspect of it, but I believe in the products that we are providing to people because I know from myself that they have changed my life and they will change other people's lives. So why not share this with people? And now, where I am now, I'm leading a team of over 50 women. We are the 29th top income earning team globally and the number 4th top income earning team internationally. I have gotten 2 girls to Ruby. One got a guaranteed $1,000 bonus. And now I am going to be making $2,200 a month average plus weekly bonuses. And I have been able to start 4 other girls make that same income in the next 4 months. So you can imagine how many lives like this team is changing, you guys. It is incredible. There's been so many people who have gone from drug addicted or homeless or lost or kicked out to making over $50,000 a month, you guys. We aren't a scam. We're not a scheme. We are a multi-level marketing company that makes money off of selling products that work. We're not just getting people to invest money to breathe. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's such an important aspect because people have such a messed up vision of what this company is. So basically, to end off this my story, and like what this company has done for me, what It Works has done for me, it has made Jeremy and I, yes, parents. It has given us the opportunity to go away. It has given us the opportunity to save money. It has given me the opportunity to not have to take the bus anymore. Um, and it has given me the, the freedom of time to spend more time with my family. Instead of 6 days at a salon, it's given me 7 days at home if I want. Like, it has given us so much breathing space, taken off the chains on our arms, and made us feel okay that spending money in between paydays is okay. We're not settling anymore. We're able to live comfortably and know that we can still pay our bills. And what am I thankful for? I'm thankful for Jackie, number one, because she has, Jackie and the whole team, they have put so much fire in me, and they have surrounded me with such inspirational women that when I feel like giving up, they're right there to pick me back up. They're right there to get me right back in the game. So I'm definitely thankful for my team, for having such an amazing team. So what I basically want to say is, if anything in my story has touched you guys, if you've related at all, even if you're still in college, you're a college student who wants to pay their student loans, you've got credit card debt, you've got a mortgage, you want freedom of time, you want to stay home with your kids, you want to stay home with your family, you want to start a family, or you just want to make an extra $200 a month because it's going to give you a little bit more breathing room, then please message me, you guys. Like, I want to be able to share this opportunity with as many people as I can, because I know it's going to change their lives. And I know if you stick together and you stay with it, like, you will see the outcome of it, and it will be everything you hope for and more. So reach out to me, please. Send me a message. Let me know you saw my video and you related to it. I want to know your goals, your passions, what you want for yourself, what you want for your family. And I'm ready to rock it, you guys. So please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Bye.